All right, video recommendation if you guys ain't seen this. Joshua Buatsi on the Toe to Toe podcast with Spencer Fearon on Sky. He's talking about a potential showdown with Anthony Yarde, who is obviously the other, I guess you could say, up and coming star on the British light heavyweight scene. Now, I think that Buatsi and Yarde should fight sooner rather than later. And the reason is very simple, because domestic clashes in the UK are often very lucrative financially. There's a buzz around Joshua Buatsi, and there's probably an even bigger buzz around Anthony Yarde at the moment, rightly or wrongly. I think they should take advantage of that buzz before either one of them starts fighting in championship, world championship fights. Why do I say this? Because this is prize fighting. And again, rightly or wrongly, O's are so important in boxing now. It's such a useful marketing tool. It's such a useful marketing gimmick to have an O in the loss column on your professional boxing record. So when you've still got your O, like Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder do right now, when you've still got your O and your rival has also got his O, that is when you need to strike in terms of making a fight. That is when it can be, a lot of the time, more lucrative when you're both undefeated. And the problem with these two guys, Buatsi and Yarde, fighting each other after they've stepped up to world level, is that world level in the light heavyweight division is like a swimming pool full of sharks. You've got the likes of Artur Beterbiev, Dmitry Bivol, Alexander Vodsek, Sergey Kovalev, Adonis Stevenson, Badu Jack, etc., etc. It is a minefield at world level. And as it stands right now, I don't hold out much hope for Anthony Yarde at world level at the moment. If he's to step up to world level in the next 12 months, would I pick him against Dmitry Bivol? Would I pick him against Artur Beterbiev or Sergey Kovalev? I think you guys know the answer to that. So, I think, and Buatsi's only had a couple of fights now. What is he, 4 or 5-0 or something like that? So I think that they should strike where the iron is hot and start building a rivalry over the next 12 months between Buatsi and Yarde, and they maybe clash for a Commonwealth title, a European title, even a British title, if that's feasible by then. Because Buatsi, you have to imagine in 12 months' time, will be looking at British titles. And I know Yarde is acting like he's beyond British titles, but, is he really world level right now? And it's not that Yarde is not good. I think Yarde is a precocious talent. I rate Anthony Yarde in terms of his natural ability and his talent. But he just so happens to be in one of the most stacked divisions in professional boxing. It's so dangerous at world level. I think both guys are going to need a hell of a lot of seasoning before they step up there. And they might even need to wait for the coast to clear a little bit before they step up to world level, if they really want to prolong their careers. I'm all for guys going up there and testing themselves and looking for the biggest fights and what have you, but I want to see competitive fights. I want to see both of them step up to world level when I feel like they're ready for that type of challenge. Do you really want to see them step up and just get obliterated? Or do you want to see them step up when they've been sufficiently tested, along the way, and they've shown certain levels of fortitude and what have you in fights, and they've got a certain level of experience, is that when you want to see them step up? That's when I'd prefer to see them step up to world level. I don't see the point in taking such a risk anytime soon, particularly with Yarde, because he's had a lot more fights than Buatsi. Buatsi, as I say, is only 4 or 5-0. So again, to reiterate, I think that Yarde and Buatsi should fight each other before either of them fights for a world title. I think the British public would like to see it, and the winner of that can then go on and fight for a world title. And because Buatsi was so much more experienced than Anthony Yarde in the amateurs, Buatsi can be fast-tracked to some extent, so he'll be able to catch up to Anthony Yarde, I think, in the next 12 months. Because they're fighting him regularly. I think he'll be able to catch up to Yarde and make a showdown with Yarde realistic a year from now. You know, maybe even sooner than that. Maybe Joshua Buatsi's keen on it happening earlier. In the Toe to Toe podcast, he says if that fight was presented to him, he would not turn it down right now. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Maybe you completely disagree with me and you think they should do it afterwards, you know, after either one of them steps up to world level. I just think that you have to strike where the iron is hot, you know. You have to strike where the iron is hot. And both of them have got growing followings in the UK. They're both undefeated. I mean, you look at Lawrence Okolie. Look at what he's doing. Him and Isaac Chamberlain fought each other. They were 2 cruiserweight prospects. Now he's fighting Luke Watkins, another undefeated fighter. So, I mean, back in the days, James DeGale fighting George Groves when they were undefeated. Wasn't that for the British title? Or British and Commonwealth? So that's what I'm advocating for Buatsi and Anthony Yarde, to face each other before either one steps up to world level, because, hey, at world level is so dangerous that when one of these guys does step up to world level, they might actually get ruined by whoever they face at world. I mean, imagine if Anthony Yarde faces Beterbiev. I know he's turned down the Beterbiev fight recently, or his team turned it down. Imagine if he'd taken the fight. There's the potential that he could have been ruined in a fight like that. Not just lose, but literally be ruined psychologically. So, yeah. Those are my thoughts on this particular potential showdown, this rivalry. I hope they fight sooner rather than later. I hope they don't try and wait out until one of them has a version of a world championship, that they actually give the fans what they want before then. Let me know what you feel in the comment section below, whether you agree or disagree. It's all good as long as we keep it respectful. All right? It's Hatman, I'm out.